Let's talk about Emma Raducanu.
Yeah.
She was so good today versus Elise Mertens. It's safe to say Elise Mertens not the test that she has been in the past, but still 6-1, 6-2, an hour and 15 minutes. If Monday was winning ugly, Matt, then this was pretty stunning from Emma Raducanu, really.
It was a joy, actually. The roof was on court one, and the crowd was so engaged, and it just uplifted you in the way that Emma Raducanu has done at times in the past. And, you know, against Mertens, they're similar in that they both prefer their backhand to their forehand. You know, the backhand's the shot that they can lean on and flatten out and hit winners. The forehand, you know, it's kind of always a big test for Raducanu whether she can hit through it, and we saw in the first round that she struggled to do that. But today against Mertens, she took the lead, and once she had that lead, she then just expressed herself. You know, she just opened her shoulders and played such free tennis. Like, all the shots that she possesses were on display. You know, she was hitting winners off both wings, serving really well. There was a fantastic drop volley at one point. She was chasing down drop shots in a way that she wasn't doing the other day. She was doing that much more confidently, and the crowd just went with her and soared with her, and it was an absolute joy watching her play like that. There was a moment where one of our legendary listeners, Alex, who got the photo with Carlos Alcaraz on centre court last year, Alex and Dan, and they were part of a crowd. And they were
generating quite a lot of noise on some bins over there at the top of the show as well.
And Alex was here today in his In the Mix T-shirt, and there was and he was sitting just across from me on court one watching this, and there was a moment where Raducanu hit a backhand winner up the line, and he stood up and looked at me and went across his T-shirt. In the mix, Raducanu?
What did you say?
I laughed. But that was the feeling that you got watching that. It was like, wow, this level is so good. I agree with you. Mertens not the test that she was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't think she's been in the best form or the best fitness either. So we have to bear that in mind. But it was just a really enjoyable hour and a half out there watching Raducanu kind of just display all that she can on a tennis court.
She's doing a bit of a Nick Kyrgios, John Cain Arena thing with court one. She said in her first answer in the on-court interview and in her first answer in the press conference, court one is my favourite court.
Yeah.
Now, I think if she requests court one, she will get it from Wimbledon. I don't know, but that's my feeling.
To a certain point.
Up to a certain point, yes, for sure. There will come a point where if she's still in the tournament, everybody, you know, other stakeholders with big says will want her on centre, and something will give. But I think for the time being, if she wants court one, she'll probably get it, and she's pretty clear that she wants court one, which is interesting, isn't it? And ideally she wants court one under the roof.
Yeah.
She talks about loving the roof being on today from an atmosphere perspective. She said it was like a concert hall in there, you know, all of the sound and the acoustics being trapped inside. But I think inside tennis suits her game really well. You know, look at the contrast in her form between indoor clay and outdoor clay. You know, night and day. I personally would like the weather to improve.
Yep.
And it's all about us, folks.
Yeah, much as I'm enjoying Emma Raducanu's great tennis, would like it to be a little bit warmer and less wet. But, you know, swings and roundabouts, I suppose. She quoted Rafael Nadal's if, not in the accent, but she quoted that famous line from Nadal in her press conference after the match, being asked to talk about her next round against Maria Sakkari, who is obviously the player she beat in the semi-finals of the US Open in 2021. That's their one previous meeting. And it's difficult to know how much to look into that when looking ahead to this match. What fascinates me is both in reality who is the underdog and who is the overdog here, and also in each of their heads who is the underdog, because I think both of them desperately want to think that they're the underdog here.
Yeah, and I think they both. There's enough reason for them both to think that. I think personally that Raducanu's the favourite. Like I've said, I think Raducanu's going deep here. But I think Sakkari wants to feel like the underdog, and so she can come out swinging and not worry. Whether she's actually able to do that in the moment, I don't know. But she certainly wasn't able to do it when she was clearly the favourite in New York that time, and it's been an ongoing problem for her. But I heard from Naomi Cavaday, who's part of the BBC team, and her brother coaches Emma Raducanu, that the moment she was informed that, or asked by Andy Murray to play mixed doubles with her, that she was so euphoric about it that she slept better than she has in goodness knows how long. She slept like 10 hours. She was just high on this news. And
that's nothing, David.
And that performance...
If I'm really excited, I can go for 13.
I've never done that.
If Andy Murray asked me to play mixed doubles with him, I'd be sleeping for a week.
Well, Emma Raducanu, clearly a person after your own heart. And she just... Naomi said that performance, obviously there were tactics involved and you've got to be playing well, but actually the playing well came from being so happy and so high on everything. And so, yeah, I mean, I just think that was so different to the other day when suddenly she was supposed to beat this player. It was on centre court. She wasn't feeling the ball. It's kind of what Jack Draper needs to come out and do, is to just feel the ball and feel better. And Raducanu, when she's on, is some player.
It's funny because I think Raducanu is quite a fearsome front runner.
Yes.
A really good front runner, and Sakkari's the opposite. She plays her best when she's behind in the score. So those two things colliding is
interesting.
Is interesting, I think. Yeah, she was great on serve today, Emma Raducanu,
really
in particular. So yeah, David's broken the news there that I'm sure you all know already. Emandi, Raducanu, Randy. Take your pick, folks. David's not into any of it.
There was someone on the barge who perhaps quite cruelly said that they should be A&E given their injury records.
Oh.
It's tough.
David likes R&R?
No, the only one I liked...
Eminem, sorry.
Eminem, that our good friend Robin Daniels, who we used to work with at Queen's, messaged to me, because I think that's clever. The others, I'm like, just call them by their names,
not
for
good?
goodness
I
sake.
think that's good.
Because you get both of their full names in there.
Why do you have to do any of it? Why can't you just call them Emma Raducanu and Andy Murray?
People like to do. I would like to second what Hannah's saying, and for now, once and for all, veto Randy. That's off. That isn't happening.
It's kind of funny once.
She said, I couldn't say no. It's a gift and an honour. Matthew, cameraman Matthew, who's back tonight, by the way. That's why we all look so well lit. And why we're on air, miraculously. Matthew gave you a laugh there.
Thank you,
David.
Matthew.
She said,
Loyalty.
I couldn't say no. It's a gift and an honour that he's asked me. I hope I can learn something. She said it took her all of 10 seconds to decide whether to say yes. She said some things are bigger than just tennis. And she also talked about remembering, and she must have been doing some maths. She would have been 9-ish when she watched Andy Murray and Laura Robson win mixed double silver together at the Olympics here in 2012, and she said that was a really vivid memory for her, and she said that was the first time that she even allowed it to cross her imagination that she might one day get to play mixed doubles with Andy Murray. So
wow.
I'm so pleased that he's done that.
Yeah.
I love that word gift, because I know it would be great for him. He's doing it because he wants to do it, and he wants to taste Wimbledon and centre court as much as he possibly can, but he could have picked anyone. And I think he knows what this will mean to Emma Raducanu and potentially for Emma Raducanu. And it does feel like a bit of a gift to the coming generation, the current generation.